Volunteer groups are creating networks to connect Texas women with abortion services in other states. The end of Roe v. Wade is still very raw for abortion rights activists. Hundreds of them marched in downtown Dallas today. Police separated them from a much smaller group of counter-protesters. There's another side to this activism that is much less visible. Fox 4's Blake Hansen has a closer look at that. Blake.
Clarice, already we've seen states gearing up to become safe havens for abortion, but so many women who are seeking that care don't have the means to travel, to buy the plane tickets, get lodging, or access childcare. So some organizations and loosely organized groups of individuals are working to fill the gaps. Away from the loud and visible protests, there are those working out of the limelight to keep the road to abortion access open. What are your hesitations in doing this?
I mean, obviously there's a reason I asked to be anonymous today.
Erin, who asked we not use her last name or show her face for fear of repercussions, is one of many who recently signed on to help with the Auntie Network, a loosely organized page on the social media site Reddit that's grown to more than 110,000 members. People can sign up to help or seek help in traveling out of state for an abortion.
And the help that we provide can be anything from a ride out of state to a place to stay while you're there, to even just packed lunches and food for the car. Just so anything we can do to limit the barrier to access for these women.
While some clinics in Texas have resumed abortions after a judge ruled they can continue, it's expected to be temporary. And even before the Roe ruling, clinics in places like Virginia saw an uptick in Texas patients due to tighter laws like SB 8. But when people don't have means to travel, other organizations step in.
So until the Roe decision, what we were doing was helping folks with their flights, hotels, childcare, food, any kind of gas assistance if they needed it, rental car assistance. We would help them get in connection with other abortion funds, either in Texas or in the regions they were going.
Unlike the Auntie Network, groups like Fund Texas Choice, which participated in Wednesday's rally at Dallas City Hall, are more structured and organized.
We love that people are willing and ready and wanting to fight for abortion seekers and wanting to help them, but leave it to the abortion funds.
But even they are unsure of the new legal landscape.
We're just trying to take a break, make sure we understand the decision, make sure we understand how it impacts us.
Meanwhile, others are called to action, no matter the risk it may carry.
And just being able to help someone in a time when they are truly at crisis, they don't have many options or maybe any options other than riding in my car to New Mexico, I think that would be really powerful.
Moderators of the Auntie Network have acknowledged that some people may have safety concerns, and they encourage people to reach out to those formal organizations that may have background checks and training, but they say they will be there to help when needed.